Yesterday, I discovered that Muslims were talking about me live on air, and they even put me on the top of their list. As you see, we're always living rent-free in their pagan minds. They talk about us almost every day on their TikTok live streams. And for some odd reason, they even put me on the top of their naughty list for being one of the top enemies of Allah and Islam on TikTok. Man, it feels awesome knowing that our Christian apologists keep these stone kissers awake at night. Now, do you see how much of a threat we are against this bankrupt cult? Oh boy. I also discovered that they are very ignorant about their violent religion. I caught one of them reading a fake version of the Pact of Umar. As you may know, the Pact of Umar is a huge deal in Islam, and these peaceful Muzis will implement it when they conquer a country and will force the conditions of Umar on the Jews or Christians who became their dhimmis. Let's see if these Muzis know the real Pact of Umar, or are they using a scam, a fake version that was made to tickle the ears of Westerns and deceive them with a crappy one. Let us listen to one of these Muslim kids and see if they can read the correct version live on air.
He is giving them his reassurance. So he says, "This is an assurance of safety which me, as a servant of God, Umar, the commander of the faithful, has given to the people of Jerusalem. Allah has given me the opportunity to defeat the one who has been an enemy. And I give you my assurance of safety for yourselves and your belongings, your property. I give you your assurance of safety and ownership of your churches. I will not damage your churches. No Muslim shall damage yours, nor will we destroy your crucifixes. The sick and the healthy of the city and all of the rituals which belong to your religion shall remain with you. No Muslim shall touch anything which belongs to you. Your churches will not be inhabited by the Muslims, nor will they be destroyed. Neither they nor the land on which they stand, nor their crosses, nor their property will be damaged. They will not be forcefully converted, and we will not forcefully convert you. It is a prohibition, not because we choose to, but because we are commanded by our Quran not to. And Jews, you will not live in the same area as them, the Christians. You shall be established upon your own land, separate from the Christians. O you Christians, you shall be governed by your ways and the ways of your people in your area. O Jews, we leave you to be governed by your way of your people. If you choose to maintain yourselves upon this land, you shall be protected by the banner of Islam. This I pledge to you in justice as a servant of Allah." Now I want him to come and show me where he said that we did anything different than that.
Wait a second, that's not the real Pact of Umar. That's a fake version. Shame on you. So let us teach these Muzis the real Pact of Umar, which we can find, for example, in the Tafsir of Ibn Kathir for chapter 9, Surah At-Tawbah, ayahs 28 and 29. And I want you to compare and see for yourself if the real Pact of Umar comes even close to the fake and watered down version that this ignorant Muslim was reading. I will provide the reference of the Arabic Ibn Kathir and also the English translation in the description box and in the pinned comment where you can find the real Pact of Umar. So let us now together read the real Pact of Umar, which is found in the last section of Ibn Kathir's Tafsir. Now let us teach the Muslims the real Pact of Umar. This is why the leader of the faithful, Umar bin al-Khattab, may Allah be pleased with him, demanded his well-known conditions be met by the Christians. These conditions that ensure their continued humiliation, degradation, and disgrace. Does this sound any close to what this guy was reading? Of course not. Let us continue reading. The scholars of Hadith narrated from Abdul Rahman bin Ghanam al-Ash'ari that he said, "I recorded for Umar ibn al-Khattab, may Allah be pleased with him, the terms of the treaty of peace he conducted with the Christians of Asham. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, this is a document to the servant of Allah, Umar, the leader of the faithful, from the Christians of such and such city. When you Muslims come to us, we requested safety for ourselves, children, property, and followers of our religion. We made a condition on ourselves that we will neither erect in our areas a monastery, church, or sanctuary for a monk, nor restore any place of worship that needs restoration, nor use any of them for the purpose of enmity against Muslims. Now, does this come any close to what this guy was reading? Let us continue reading. We will not prevent any Muslim from resting in our churches, whether they come by day or night, and we will open the doors of our houses of worship for the wayfarer and passerby. Those Muslims who come as guests will enjoy boarding and food for 3 days. Can we say no to them? Of course not. Let us continue. We will not allow a spy against Muslims into our churches and homes, or hide deceit or betrayal against Muslims. We will not teach our children the Quran, publicize practices of shirk, invite anyone to shirk, or prevent any of our fellows from embracing Islam. Now, how are we going to practice Christianity? Tell me. What a joke. If they choose to do so, we will respect Muslims. Move from the places we sit in if they choose to sit in them. We will not imitate their clothing, caps, turbans, sandals, hairstyles, speech, nicknames, and title names, or ride on saddles, hang swords on the shoulders, collect weapons of any kind, or carry these weapons. We will not encrypt our stamps in Arabic or sell liquor. We will have the front of our hair cut, so we have to look like a bunch of clowns, according to the Muslims. Wear our customary clothes wherever we are. Wear belts. You see, guys, we have to wear belts like dogs around our waist. Refrain from erecting crosses on the outside of our churches and demonstrating them and our books in public in Muslim fairways and markets. We will not sound the bells in our churches except discreetly, or raise our voices while reciting our holy books inside our churches in the presence of Muslims, nor raise our voices with prayer at our funerals, or light torches in funeral processions in the fairways of Muslims or their markets. We will not bury our dead next to the Muslim dead, or buy servants who were captured by Muslims. We will be guides for Muslims and refrain from breaching their privacy in their homes. When I gave this document to Umar, he added to it, we will not beat any Muslim. These are the conditions that we set against ourselves and followers of our religion in return for safety and protection. By the way, safety and protection for Muslims, nobody else. Let us continue reading. And if we break any of these promises that we set for our benefit against ourselves, then our dhimma, promise of protection from Muslims, of course, is broken, and you're allowed to do with us what you are allowed of people of deviance and rebellion. So meaning, just take our lives. Muslims, up yours and your filthy, violent, satanic cult. Stay away from Islam.